there, welcome to the Fit 15 Challenge. This is your 15-minute boot camp workout with me, Jen. All right, we only have 15 minutes, so we are going to get started pretty quick. You don't need any props today. You need to make sure that your space is cleared out and that it's safe. And if you need to modify, please do so, okay? We're going to first start with just mobilizing our spine, and then we're going to move into it. So we're going to breathe in, bring our arms up, eyes come up, and we're going to curl to come down. As we hang out here, the arms get heavy. Okay, the tailbone tucks, and you're going to stack the spine and pull in the belly button to come back up. We're going to do one more of those. Arms come up, and we look down at our breastbone. Curl to come down. Send the hips back behind you. Breathe in. And tuck the tailbone, push to the heels. Stack the spine to come up. We're going to start with some squats today, okay? I'm going to go side profile for you. My bum goes back, so I hinge from the hips, and then my knees and my ankles bend, okay? We're going to do a little bit of everything in this boot camp. We've got legs to start, okay? And then we've got some arms and shoulders, and then we're going to go straight into abs. All right. We're going to think about that bum reaching back behind us, keeping a little curve in the low back the whole time. So we want to make sure that little curve is there on the way down and on the way up. Okay, we're pushing through the heels to come back up. Good. We're going to go for 4. Breathe in. Shoulders stay away from the ears as the arms reach forward. I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, heels stay heavy on the way up. 1 more. Hold it on down. You're going to do a little pulse for me here. So pulling in the belly button just a little bit, feeling the sits bones reach back behind you. They feel wide. That's what I want. I want you to push into the heels still. You don't have to lift your toes off the ground. We're just pulsing here for 8, halfway down and up. 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't let the breastbone come too far forward. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Okay, from here, we're going to lower ourselves down, but we're going to do it from our ankles. So we're going to go down from the ankles and back up. So we're lowering our shins down towards the tops of feet, but our heels aren't lifting off the ground, okay? So it lowers us down a little bit further, but without tucking our tailbone under. I don't want our tailbone to slip, right? I need that little curve in the low back the whole time. We're still lifting and lowering like this millimeter amount, but your shins should be working real hard, okay? Keep reaching the tailbone back behind you. You're going to go for 5, lower down, 4, little lift, 3, 2, heavy in the heels. 1 more, come back up. Excellent. Right into lunges. Right leg forward, left leg back. I do my lunges a little bit differently, okay? So hips and pubic bones forward, making sure the back leg is right back behind you and your toes are facing forward. So your back leg isn't spun open, okay? It's a parallel position. You're going to shift your weight forward. You're going to break the waist a little bit. So you're going to hinge forward a little bit. You're going to think about the tailbone shooting out back behind you. Here we go. Now we lunge. We think about the front leg is the most important leg. The back leg is really light. We push down into the right leg, the right foot, really. Connect to the foot to go down and push harder to come up. Tailbone reaches back behind you. Still a little curve in the low back, right? I'm kind of on this forward motion with my upper body. That's good. We're going to go for 5. You should feel hamstring glute. 4 along with quad. 3, 2, good. 1, hold it down. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch, okay? Left leg comes forward, right leg goes back. Shoulders away from the ears. Okay? I'm going to weight shift forward a little bit, hinge a little bit, untuck my tailbone, okay? And now I'm going to go by pushing into the left foot and pushing in even harder to come back up. Now, my left knee doesn't fully straighten. My left knee stays bent the whole time. My right foot is super light because most of the weight is in my left foot, okay? For me, I need to think more about the outside portion of my left foot, the outside portion of that heel, okay? So that heel, it's going to connect to that outside bum cheek, and that's what I want. We're going to go for 4. Good. We're going to go for 3. Eyes up, tailbone out. 2. Okay. 1 more. Down and up. Pulse. Now, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Let it go. Good. right into Sumo Squat. So the toes are toed out for the Sumo Squat, okay? Making sure that your leg bones are still underneath your hips. So Sumo Squat doesn't have to be large. It's actually quite small, okay? I'm gonna go side profile again. Tailbone leads. So bum goes back, then you come down, and then you come up. Okay, feels easy. No problem here. Now the way to make it a bit harder, even without weights, you're gonna think about the thigh bones. So my knees are open, great. But what happens to the thigh bones on the way up? They circle back to this parallel position. I want you to think about keeping them open on the way up. So we're gonna lower down and we're gonna open our thigh bones on the way up. Keeping them open. There's those inner thighs, there's those glutes. Okay, so I'm gonna lower down, tailbone back behind me, keep a little curve in the low back, and you're gonna fight to keep the thigh bones open as you come back up. I'm shaking for 4, okay? For 3, open the thigh bones. I'm doing it with my hands. 2, okay, 1 more. Lower down, come back up. We got a pulse, come down. Tail one out, low belly in, thigh bones, whoop, open. Heavy in the heels, but the whole foot as well, right? Halfway down, down and up, halfway down and up, halfway down and up, halfway down and up, halfway down and up. Keep the thigh bones open, keep the tailbone leaning back. Now I can lean my upper body forward a little bit, that's fine. Pull the belly button in for 4, good. For 3, 2, 1. Up you come, good. Gonna shake out those legs. Excellent, I'm gonna cross my arms across my chest. I'm just gonna move my rib cage and then we're gonna go down to the mat for some shoulder work, okay? So I'm gonna breathe in. My ribs go to the left, but my hips don't follow. Then I do it again. Breathe in, my ribs go to the right, but my hips don't follow. It's actually a very small movement. We're not moving very far. We're not twisting into it. We're not pushing into it. We're just really relaxing our spine and moving our rib cage just a little to the left and right, making that spine feel good. We're gonna do 1 more. Good, gentle rotations, excellent. Okay, we're gonna meet you down on the mat where we're gonna work on our shoulders. See you there. Great, okay, we're gonna start with our side plank. So here we go, shoulder stabilization. Okay, shoulder blade is kind of in an upward rotation on the back, but what I want you to focus on is the elbows underneath the shoulder. Yep, okay. I need the legs to be important too. We just warmed them up for a reason. That bottom leg is important for firing up the rest of our core so our shoulder doesn't get overwhelmed. Shoulders away from the ears, you push into the bottom leg and you lift the bum and the hips up towards the ceiling, not towards me. So you're not rocking the body forward and you're not tucking the tailbone under. Think of this as a side bridge where you're keeping that little curve in the low back the whole time. So you don't get to tuck the tailbone under and you use the bottom leg to lift and lower. Bottom leg gets heavy, belly button in, lift on up and lower on down. Push into the bottom leg as hard as you can and hold on up and then lower on down. So I don't care, right, how high I'm lifting. I need my hips in line with my ribs so my obliques can fire, and I need my low belly and my belly button pulled in towards my spine to support that. Good, we're gonna do 1 more, lift on up and hold. You're gonna extend the top leg out, good. We're gonna be here for 4, push into the bottom leg, shoulders away from the ears, 3, good, bum cheeks towards each other, 2, little curve in the low back, 1, lower on down. Excellent, okay. We're gonna come onto our hands and our knees. We'll do the opposite side in a second. From here, we're gonna work on our plank. It's gonna be plank from our hands, or if your hands are a little bit sensitive, or your wrists, you can do it from your forearms, okay? I'm gonna slowly bring my rib cage between my shoulder blades. That's key. Lift the ribs up, but keep the tailbone untucked. Bring the right leg back, bring the left leg back, and hold, okay? Bottom cheeks squeeze together, thighs are on the lip and kneecaps, breastbone is lifted away from the floor so that my shoulder blades are rounded around my rib cage. Holding here, belly button in, don't tuck the tailbone for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop to the knees, back into child's pose just for a second. Excellent. We're going to add on to that in a tiny bit. We're going to come around and we're going to do our left forearm, left shoulder. Okay, so we're gonna bend those knees again, flex the feet, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone out back behind you, belly button in, right? The bottom leg is where it's at. You push into the bottom leg, so bottom shin and foot, and you lift the hips up towards the ceiling and then down, okay? Whew, lift the hips up, shoulders stay away from the ear, and then down. What you want to watch, breastbone doesn't come forward, tailbone doesn't tuck under. When I say tailbone tuck under, I really mean tailbone doesn't tuck under. You're not curving your body. You're keeping that body in a really good alignment. Hips in line with ribs, okay? Bum cheeks squeeze towards each other. You're going to do one more lift and then you're going to pause. Lower down, push into the bottom leg, pull the belly button in, feel the side waist working. Pause here, top leg goes long, arm comes up, hips stay stacked, bum cheeks towards each other. Breathe in for 5, for 4, for 3, shoulders down, 2, 1. Lower down, excellent. Okay, we're going to do that plank again. High plank position, tailbones untucked, shoulders away from the ears. Remember those ribs have to come up so that there's not a space between your shoulder blades, right? Your shoulder blades aren't hanging out there. They're, your ribs are up and they're wrapped around the rib cage. Untuck the tailbone, fly the legs back behind you, hold up here. Belly button up, shoulders away from the ears. Push into your hands and your left foot and slowly lift the right leg up. Lower it on down. Push into your hands and your right foot and slowly lift the left leg up. Pelvis doesn't get to move. Bum cheeks stay squeezing together. Ribs stay lifted. Okay, you do as many as you can. You got about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. I'm going to lift and lower. Lower on down. Back into child's pose. Good. Excellent. Okay, we're going to flip over and we're going to do some abs. Coming on our seated upright position. So feet are flexed in front of you. You sit nice and tall, right up towards the ceiling. Arms are out in front of you as well, like you're holding a big beach ball. Shoulders are down. I don't need them up towards the ears. I need them down. And I need you to pull your belly button in, and then you're going to hinge back. So you're going to think about your hips to the top of the head as one big piece. There's a little curve in the low back. Whoop, soften the chest a little bit. And then you're going to lean back, and you're going to feel for your abdominals working, but you need to pull them in towards the spine as you hinge back to protect the curve in the low back, right? And so that the low back doesn't become compressed or overwhelmed, and then you come straight back up, okay? So we're thinking about everything, okay? Flex the feet, quads are on, low belly in, shoulders away from the ears, you lean back, and you hold. I'm holding, yeah? I'm not going back super far. I'm keeping a nice long line from my tailbone to the top of head. There's a little curve in my low back, and then it comes straight back up, okay? One more, lean back. I'm going to pause, okay? I'm going to keep pulling my belly button in and feel for pulling wide around like a corset. I'm going to bring my right arm up and then down. Left arm up and then down. Shoulders stay away from the ears. They do not get to pop up. Okay, we're going to go for 2 more. Belly button in, 1 more. Good, we're going to hold back here. Both arms go up and then down. Both arms go up. You should be shaking. Belly button in. Keep a little curve in the low back. Try not to push your chest out towards the front of the room. Okay, 1 more. Arms come up and then down. And I'm going to sit back up. Good. 1 more variation, okay? We're going to do a little bleep twist, and it's going to be very small. I'm going to do it super small. So I'm going to sit up tall, cross the arms across the chest. Breathe in. Lean back. Good. Pause. Belly button keeps pulling in. You can't let it go. Now you're going to twist or move your breastbone a little to the left. Just a little. Back to center. A little to the right. Back to center. You need to think about the rib cage rotating. The low back doesn't get to rotate. The hips don't get to rotate. The thigh bones don't get to rotate. It's just the ribs. You push into the opposite sit bone. You go left, you push into the right bum cheek. Then you go right, you push into the left bum cheek, okay? You're anchoring as you do this so you feel your obliques working. Good. For 4, 3, excellent. 2, 1, okay? Curl down. Good. On the mat. Okay? We're going to clap the hands together and rock from left to right, just our ribs. Breathe in and out. Good. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Good. You're going to take those arms, you're going to circle them overhead. For 4, 3, breathe in. 2, 1. roll over onto my left side and come on up. Thank you so much for joining me for the 15-minute challenge. I hope you felt great, and I will see you again soon. Bye.